Good morning, happy Thursday. Good to see you. I want to talk just a little bit today about something that's on mine and Jake's mind and the elders' mind. We're meeting next week to talk about what church will look like in the fall and for the coming year. We're not quite sure the restrictions that are placed upon us. We want to be supportive of the public health policies, but it shapes how we do the organization of church. Now, fundamental to this is an understanding. It says in First Corinthians 12, now you are the body of Christ, and each one of you is a member of it. When we talk about the church, and I want to be clear on that, the church is believers. The church is you guys living out your faith in our community. But there's also this organization of the church. And it's helped us over the years at Grace to define the role that the organization of church plays, is that we want to offer you opportunities for what we call our four commitments: opportunities to worship, opportunities to learn, opportunities to find your mission and live it out, and opportunities to live in relationship with other believers. Those are the four things that the organization does to help you as the body of Christ grow to be more like Jesus and live out what it means to be the church in our community. Now, some of those we can continue. We can continue worship. We can have 50 people in the building, I think probably all through the next year. That's what we're going to be doing, and a rotation. We can continue our online presence. I just want to encourage you that for you to really step up and take advantage of that, you're going to have to be intentional. It's just different when we're not all coming into a building. You're going to have to engage. You're going to have to walk through those steps of worship. As families, you're going to have to work to help cultivate in your children an understanding of what worship is. That's one of the things. We'll continue to offer the opportunities, but I want you to realize you have a responsibility as well to keep those things happening intentionally on your end. As far as learning, we don't really know how Sunday school and the ways we typically, the retreats, the ways we typically try to produce that opportunity, we don't know how it's going to play out. We're going to be talking about that next week, but from your vantage point, we will offer opportunities, but it's up to you to engage in those. And I want to invite you, if to think intentionally, how am I going to cultivate the learning about my faith in the coming year? A mission, we can't offer a lot of the opportunities that we have to participate in mission together that we have done in the past. But it doesn't mean you don't have a mission. It doesn't mean you don't have opportunity. Your mission is to live as Christ would live in the context where you find yourself. And so to intentionally think each day, what is my mission today and how can I live that out? How can I be Jesus and the body of Christ in the situations that I come into? That's your mission. We're going to try to encourage you in that. We can't really offer a bunch of opportunities for that. Those are going to have to play out in your own life. And finally, relationships. That's a really hard one because we can't do the gatherings that we normally do. We're going to work on developing some small group things in the coming year. We've got a couple of things that are meeting right now, but I just want to help you realize the ball is in your court. If you want to grow as a believer, you need to be interacting, serving in both a giving and taking relationship with other believers. And so I would encourage you this week, sit down for 15 minutes with no distractions, a piece of paper, and write down those four words: worship, learning, mission, and relationships. And think about, how am I and how is my family, if you're part of a family group, a close family in the same house, how are we going to intentionally engage these opportunities? These are things the organization of church tries to provide for you. We're going to be a bit limited in the coming year, but it doesn't mean you're limited. It just means it may look different and you may have to be creative. I want to encourage you, you are the body of Christ, and each one of you is a part of it. You are the church in the community. I'm not afraid for the church. Jesus has done just fine building his church, and he will continue despite a pandemic, despite restrictions. But what I want you to realize is a lot of the work has been done by the organization in the past. And in these coming year, I think a lot of it's going to fall to you to be intentional about growing in these four commitments. Now, we're praying for you. We love you, and we will do everything we can to support. But it's time to step up. It's time to be the church. Love you guys. See you on Sunday, whichever team's coming. We will look forward to seeing you. Bye-bye.